So if you're into gaming, we've discussed that the holidays is coming very soon. So you haven't decided what to buy. Is it a PS5? Is it an Xbox Series X or Series S, or even a Nintendo Switch? But for the Nintendo Switch, that's sometime next year, I think, for the rumored Nintendo Switch Pro. But again, the big news regarding the gaming industry, Microsoft has recently bought the Bethesda publisher, which owns the rights for the Fallout series, for the Elder Scrolls series, as well as other publishers such as the Wolfenstein series, the first-person shooter, as well as the Doom game, the Doom Eternal, the most recent Doom Eternal, I think. Right? So what does this mean? Well, obviously, Microsoft is in a catch-up mode with regards to the recent weeks that, with the two consoles pitting each other, that many have reported that Sony is running away with the console wars in terms of the next generation, in terms of exclusive games that they're providing. But Microsoft has used a different strategy here in terms of providing Xbox Game Pass here. What do I mean? So let's take a look here. Where is it? There you go. So in terms of gaming experience here, so if you're an Xbox user and you are subscribed in their ecosystem, the Game Pass, so you can play all the retro games in the past at a flat fee, whether it's $10 or $15, depending on what type of Game Pass you're subscribing. And then any succeeding future games that is going to be released, so in this case, we're looking forward to the Elder Scrolls 6. You have also the next Fallout, hopefully Fallout 5, not the sequel to the Fallout 76, which is a catastrophe in biblical proportion. Then you also have Starfield, then the next iteration of Doom, and Wolfenstein. What does it mean? So any future games, if you're a Xbox subscribers, you will have direct access. You don't have to pay the full $60 or even the rumored $70 retail price. Now, obviously, the strategy for Sony is totally different from the Microsoft Xbox console, wherein Microsoft is focusing on their subscription base. Now, right now, they only have roughly about 15 million subscribers. Now, if you compare that to Netflix, which is in the hundreds of millions, is way, way beyond. That's why I think that's their goal. So that compared to their revenue, so if you have 15 million subscribers, which generates $10 per month, and in a year that generates them roughly around less than $3 billion. So the prospects is looking interesting if you can reach in the 20, 30, 40, or even higher than $50 billion revenue for the subscription base. But in order to do that, you need to entice those users, whether in Nintendo or even in Sony, to switch to a different console, which is what they're trying to do here. So they're not more focused on the consoles per se, but what their focus is the games itself. So for Microsoft, it's a win for them if you play their games. That's why if you notice, many of the games of Xbox is cross-platform, right? I think the only game that it's not yet cross-platform is the Halo series, right? But in terms of games like Outer Worlds, which is an Xbox game, is also available in PS4, in PC, as well as which was recently ported in the Switch console here. So, it's so enticing that even who is a Sony PlayStation loyalist, if you think about it, is even considering, purchasing the Xbox, which I haven't done in years past. But the more games that they produce, that they have exclusivity or first-party access, I think would be a big advantage for Microsoft here. But what does it mean for Sony here? So for the likes of Elder Scrolls 6, will it be an exclusive for Xbox only as well as Fallout? Well, it could be, but for a short period. Because if the goal for Microsoft is to create a larger subscription base, they would be encouraging that, okay, you create the games, we share it to every platform. As long as you play the game, you pay the fee, then at the end of the day, Microsoft wins. Because if they own the publisher and the publisher makes money out of your purchases, then eventually they will win out. Now, should Sony be concerned about this? Regarding should they also go to the same path as subscription base? Now, right now, obviously, you pay each game individually. Actually, they should improve their PlayStation Plus subscription base. Paying for a fee, you only get 2 games free per month. But on the other hand, Xbox gives you the entire plethora of their library of games. So we have to wait and see. It'll take years and years before, people would really think closely and say, I think I'll switch to Xbox, or they'll even consider playing both consoles here, or multi-platform. Doesn't matter. But Microsoft is making a compelling case here. So we have to wait and see what happens here.